who is your ideal client? Who should look for your help?
Mhm. Uh, a lot of people actually, I mean, with all by all means, even myself, I need some coaching sometimes. That's the
Right.
reason why I have Dr. John DeMartini, that I
Right.
go to him from time to time, and I attend to some of his workshop to facilitate along him with other facilitators to help people, so I can learn and at the same time. So it's we are all in the knowledge and in education. There is no end to it.
Right.
So every client actually can it can be helpful for him, whether with myself or with another coach. But the point is, coaching, it's a way to provide a tool and method to break your barrier. So I like to define that in our life, everything that we do in our life, every action and decision, they fall into 7 areas that I call the wheel of life.
Okay.
So you have the spiritual calling, you have the mind development calling, you have the vocation or your career calling, you have your financial, number 4, you have your familial, number
Okay.
5, then you have your social calling, and you have your health and beauty calling.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all area in which everything that you do in life falls into this.
Right.
But as there are your calling to fulfill each one of them, there are also in the same time your limiting belief, because you have a fear in every one of them.
Right.
So let's say if your calling is in a sense is to build your business, to build your career, because you feel that there is a void there, while at the same time you have a fear because you have a mortgage that you have to pay, and you have to continue to stay, let's say, an employee, because you need this income every week, or every paycheck in a sense. So all of them are actually a purpose and a limitation at the same time,
Right.
that you need to balance. And every time that actually you judge an event, you split yourself into two. And this is where you need actually a coach to bring you back into your who you are. And then we do this all the time. We
Right.
judge people all the time. Whether we can judge them because they're better than us and we put them above us, or we judge them because they're lower than us,
Right.
and we are better than this. But in fact, people wants to be loved and appreciated for who they are. And if you love the person for who they are, their identity, they end up being the person that you love the most.
Right.
You
Okay.
see? So
Okay.
love people for who they are, and then they turn out to be the whom you love the
Right.
most.
Right.
So let's take the example of the manager. So what I just said, if a manager has team, he's managing a team,
Right.
and if he's not putting all the team in equanimity with him, and if he's judging that that individual is actually better than this individual, he will have a challenge to keep a coherence within the team. Yes, each individual has a different skills, different competencies, they perform differently, but they all deserve the right to be respected and
Right.
loved and appreciated
Right.
the way they are. So therefore, a manager, for him to actually be able to manage the team effectively and for the team to be the most engaged, the most productive, I would say that the most important thing that a manager can do is actually to sit down with his team, to go through the axiology process,
Right.
to determine what is really their highest value is,
Right.
and then be sensitive enough on the day to day to communicate in a proper way. Because when we come to the communication, what we said that you have the support and the challenge. If you are always supported someone, you will be walking on an eggshell, and you will be in what we call a careful relationship.
Okay.
Because you're always supporting someone because you don't want to upset him, let's say. So you're walking on an eggshell, and you are in a careful relationship. If on the other side, however, you are challenging someone because you think you are better and you want to tell them what to do and what not to do, then you will be in a careless
Okay.
communication.
Okay.
And both these two, they're not sustainable. What you really want it to be in a caring relationship.
Caring
So to
relationship.
balance the careful and the careless, and the
Okay.
only way to balance this, to balance the playing field, so we can all be in equanimity,
Okay.
is actually to dissolve any baggage or any perception that an individual has whether the manager toward the employee or the employee toward the manager, because
Right.
we hear this so many times that, oh, my manager doesn't help me, my manager doesn't listen to me, doesn't support me, he's a micromanagement. But take a moment into micromanagement, collapse that perception of, okay, what's the benefit for him or her to be micromanaged? How this actually is serving you?
Right.
How this actually is helping you, how is value?
Right.
So this is all this dynamic that we work on to really balance the playing field.